Are we live? I guess we are live. Hey everyone, this is Kevin, the Apptrepreneur. This is going to be a brief live stream, a very brief live stream. Really, it should be less than 10 minutes. At the most, it's going to be 15. Well, you'll know how long it is after the fact. So, I forgot to upload a video today, and it's because I was up late working on a video from a lot of you out there will be able to benefit from financially. So I wanted to do that one properly. I was spending the time doing it. Didn't quite get it done. I'm going to finish it today. And I didn't upload a video today. And I always feel weird about not uploading a video for the day. Like, I always feel like I failed somehow when I don't do it, even though really I didn't. It just means I didn't upload that day. So I kind of like a Rolodex of stories I hadn't covered and kind of stumbled upon this one that I never talked about, but it's probably more worth talking about now than ever, because we've been talking about the WeWork scandal. Scandal. I don't know if it's a scandal. I think it's more like a collapse, a total collapse of an idea. And WeWork is definitely a struggling company. I've been covering it for a couple of reasons. First of all, because this could easily be Uber or Lyft. Dysfunctional, spending too much money, brass CEOs, like brazen CEOs, whatever you want to call them. And I keep looking at WeWork and like, why isn't this Uber? Seriously, why isn't this Uber? This should be what Uber looks like, and yet Uber is gone public. They are marked for buy, like, hey, they're going to be a unicorn, and it's like there's nothing to... I don't see any difference between Uber run their business, how they spend their money. I just don't. So that's one reason we're covering WeWork. But the other reason I'm covering WeWork a lot on this channel is because WeWork might very well be the turning point for the gig economy, if you will. A lot of people are calling it, this is the moment when we realize a lot of these startups for gig economy, for entrepreneurs, are just not profitable and they're not worth investing in. WeWork could be the first in many. And as a result of a combination of Uber and Lyft stock falling short, under definitely bombing, like they're bad stocks right now. They definitely are. And WeWork pretty much collapsing. Postmates announced that they will be delaying their IPO until early 2020. And that's, of course, assuming they go public at all. Now, this is fascinating because it pretty much went by a lot of people, including myself. This story was like a week old, and now we're just talking about it. But I'm looking at this, and it's like, boy, the WeWork thing really has started a chain of events. Like, WeWork didn't get off the ground with their IPO. It's showing SoftBank that pouring billions of dollars into untested companies might not be the smartest thing to do. You see Uber and Lyft continue to flounder in the stock market, and the investors are starting to say, wait a minute, maybe this might not turn around. You might want to be careful before you invest in these companies. And now Postmates is delaying their IPO. Now, rideshare Lisa just brought up, like, I thought they were selling themselves. At one point they were selling themselves. I guess that's not on the table anymore. I don't know. But apparently, they were going to go public this year, though. And that's not going to happen. And who knows? They might even be delaying the IPO to sell themselves. I mean, they might be looking at what's going on with WeWorks and Uber and Lyft, and they might be thinking like, we just don't even want to get in on this. Let's just sell ourselves. Let's cut the losses. Let's do all of that. So it's a very interesting time to be discussing this rideshare and gig economy stuff, because there's not much to talk about in terms of Uber and Lyft as a platform anymore. I think everything's pretty much been said. How to drive, tips and tricks, what are the best days, what are the worst days, best times, worst times, is the surge really beneficial? That all we've discussed. And yet the future of the company, whether or not it's viable or not, that's what's big, that's what's in question. It's no doubt people use Uber and Postmates and DoorDash. It's no doubt that Shipt and Deliv are convenient. Saucy for those and easy for those who are definitely great ways to get products that, well, you might have a hard time getting. So there's still stuff out there, But whether these companies are all viable, that's become the new topic. Lyft went public. It was launching at $82, I believe. It started at 7, so everything looked good, and then it sunk. And then Uber came out, and it pretty much never. It got close to the 42 once, and that was about it. So now the story is, how much longer can these companies stick around? Because here's the thing, it's not deniable. Everyone loves these services, and they don't want them to go away. They really do not want them to go away, but how do you do them? How do you provide them when they don't make money? And what are people willing to pay for them? And will people bother to pay for them? I mean, this isn't like music where it's like you can't charge $25, $30 a month for Spotify because people will just pirate the music. This is rideshare. You can't just, at some point, what if they do start charging the taxi rates? How are people going to get their rideshare? It's going to be very fascinating to see where this all heads. In the meantime, we do know that Postmates is starting to get cold feet. The IPO that was planned is no longer planned for this year. It's going to be interesting to see what else happens, like what DoorDash is going to do. And of course, Lyft's earnings report, their next one, is going to be October 30th. It's going to be, they have promised that the needle will move in a positive direction after reporting it. I kind of wonder what that means because I don't think they've made money. But maybe, I don't know, maybe they're showing higher growth. I mean, is growth the only thing that we're, measuring the success of these companies on? It's a very fascinating industry, so I'm looking forward to covering it more in the future, obviously. In the meantime, I gotta get back to doing my errands and getting back to making that video. Thank you everyone who joined me, but what do you think about Postmates delaying their IPO? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Would you buy Postmates stock? I would love to know. So comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly, and you'll get access to my Patreon's exclusive blog. Also, if gas prices get inches a little down, check out the Get Upside app below. It's totally free, but you get cash back on every gas purchase. If you want more content from me, check me out at Kevin T. Rodriguez, the Apptrepreneur Vlogs, and Autograph Hound on YouTube. And finally, if you want to talk to me, rideshare drivers out there, check us out on Facebook at the Apptrepreneur Hangouts. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one. Oh, can we get it as close to 8 as possible? 59, 8. There we go.